Most of you guys probably know Ben Shapiro. This is him on the left. There is some weird trend going through the MAGA movement of people who want to make rap songs, and they suck at rap, mostly. In this case, Ben Shapiro absolutely sucks at rap. I don't know if you guys were paying attention at the time or what, but there was a song called WAP by, who was it? Was it Nicki Minaj? It was Cardi B, sorry. Yeah, I think it was Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and so on and so forth. Anyway, Cardi B, yeah, she did WAP. And, God, Ben Shapiro made such a fool of himself. Like, he goes through this song, WAP, referring to it as wet-ass P-word the whole time. That's what he said, wet-ass P-word. So stupid, dude. I love it, man. Anyway, so he decides to make a fool of himself once again. Surprised? Let's listen to his absolutely fantastic rap song and see how it sounds. I just so happen to be a rap connoisseur personally, so I feel qualified to judge the quality of his rap song. Check this out.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat.
Let's look at the stats. My pocket's like Lizzo, my wallet is fat. Wow, is that a fat joke against Lizzo? He can't just leave her alone, can he?
The facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars.
Okay, well, he's not doing... All of these rhymes are single-syllable rhymes. It's all pretty straightforward stuff. And by the way, it's not lost on me that this is a complete ripoff of Eminem's Rap God. This is exactly the setting that Eminem used. He stood there in a hoodie, in basically a black background with some yellow electrical things around him. And he had the TVs all over the place. By the way, love these CRTs. Big CRT fan right here. Who has 2 thumbs and is a massive fan of CRTs? This guy. Anyway, let's keep listening. By the way, love the shirt also. Facts don't care about your feelings. Okay, great.
Facts. My money like Lizzo, my pockets are fat. Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You going to prison. I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are.
You're going to prison. I'm on television. Dog, no one knows who you are. Is that what he said? I'll put up the words so, like, as he says them when I do the edit so you guys can see exactly what's being said here. But for the audio audience, at the very least, I guess he's just, like, making fun of poor people. Okay, great. Make fun of poor people. Fantastic. All right.
And I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents.
Okay, now he's expressing his distaste and disdain about the fact that people on the internet are criticizing him. Okay, first of all, he's intelligent as it gets. He is entirely too intelligent to believe any of the stuff that he espouses. I don't believe it for a second that a Jewish guy, Orthodox Jewish guy, wears a yarmulke everywhere he goes, has ingrained himself in a movement full of Nazis and believes that this is the right way to go. No, I don't believe it. I just don't. So he's trying to make fun of people because they're criticizing him for being absolutely terrible. For, in my opinion, just straight up lying to further his goals and interests, and in the process furthering the goals and interests of the Nazi movement as a Jewish person. So he's saying, you live with your parents, and I'm making rap songs. Great. Good for you, Ben.
I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people, download this. Let's get a Billboard #1.
That is the clunkiest rhyme I think I've ever heard in any rap song in my life. I'm sorry, that was just bad.
For fun. All my people, download this. Let's get a Billboard #1.
Okay, the chorus is okay, it sounds to me. Ben isn't even trying to sound anything. He sounds like garbage. I don't know who this guy is, but he's got a decent chorus, right? Why does he have a little thing behind him showing that he's over 6 feet tall? That I don't even believe that. When you're trying to make it clear to me how tall you are, I don't believe you. I gotta say, great rhymes. I appreciated those rhymes. That was a good chorus. Complete and utter garbage in every other way. The lyrics were complete nonsense. Talking about how they won't turn your sons into thugs and daughters into hoes. Give me a break, bro. Look who's on the moral high ground as he promotes the Nazi movement. Yeah. Hope you're happy with yourself, Ben. I don't think moral when I think Ben Shapiro. I think enabling Nazis. In fact, hiring a Nazi. He hired Candace Owens, who is a Nazi. This dude is Jewish and hiring Nazis. He has no place to talk about moral superiority. Okay, you don't offend me. I just think you're a fool. I think that you're lying, seemingly intentionally. It's not about being offended. It's not about facts, not caring about your feelings. Oh, my feelings, they don't hurt. I just think you're a scumbag for hiring Nazis. That's all. By the way, Michael Knowles is also employed by the Daily Wire. I don't necessarily think he's a Nazi. I think that he has similar interests to the Nazis, namely taking out the LGBT community through violent genocide, but I don't call him a Nazi. I only call people Nazis if I believe that they really are. If I think that they hold the ideals of the Nazi party. And that is Candace Owens to a T, in my opinion. The guy is hiring Nazis. Talks to us about moral superiority. Yeah. Okay, I'm not offended. I just think you're a scumbag is all. Is he, like, trying to offend me? Like, bro, you failed. I'm not offended by this. Like, every time you say something, every time a word comes out of Ben Shapiro's mouth, it just betrays how much more a scumbag he is than I originally thought that he was. I don't like insulting people. That's not my thing. I don't want to be the guy that's always bagging on people, right? But I don't know how else to say it. Ben Shapiro is a scumbag for the things that he does. You know, if he really believed the things that he talked about, I don't know that I'd necessarily say that. The governing body of Jehovah's Witnesses, I think they're true believers. I don't think they're scumbags. I think they're deeply damaging to society. There's a difference. Shapiro is both deeply damaging to society and knows that he is and is doing it anyway. That makes him a scumbag in my eyes. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you. Okay. Is he going to give us the pronouns at any point? He said, if you want my pronouns. I thought pronouns would follow. What are his pronouns then? Is he saying his pronouns are the man? And again, right here, blatant ripoff of Rap God from Eminem. Bro, get your own material. Get your own music video, okay? At this point, it's hard to tell if this is satire or not. Was he joking or was this real? My pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you. Anyway, that was Ben Shapiro's rap song. Tell me what you think about that one. Sadly, though, that's not the last rap song we have in queue. I figure it would be worth our time to go back and look at some MAGA rap. There's some good MAGA rap, honestly, like really good right-wing extremist rap out there, surprisingly. Most of it, not so much. Some of it is pretty good. There's a guy named Forgiato Blow. I don't know if you know who this is, but this is him on screen right here. He's got this weird neckbeard looking thing, whatever. And, yeah, he's dancing and singing and rapping and all that other junk. Listen to this one. This is called Patriot Sweep. It has Roger Stone, as you can see. And it's about all of those poor, persecuted January 6th people. Didn't do anything to anybody. And they're being persecuted by the federal government for no reason. So sad. By the way, if you don't know Roger Stone, I think this event sums him up perfectly. He started out in his political career early on, in his early 20s, maybe even late teens, working for the Nixon campaign. He was involved in the Nixon campaign during Watergate. He denies being involved in Watergate to any degree. I don't believe him. I just don't. Has a gigantic tattoo of Nixon on his back, I believe. Anyway, he famously made a maximum donation to a political campaign, to his rival political campaign, $10,000, $9,600 or something like that. Got the receipt and slipped the receipt to the news. He donated it from the Socialists for America Foundation. A fictitious foundation. He just made the whole thing up and slipped the receipt to the news so that he could demonize his enemy as somebody who supported socialists, who socialists support. That's the kind of scumbag stuff that this guy does. That's who he is. He met with the leaders of the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers and the everybody else the night before, I think, or a couple nights before January 6th actually took a couple nights before January 6th actually took place. There's even video of it. Do you want to know who the connection was between Donald Trump and the January 6th rioters? Roger Stone. He was charged with a crime, I don't remember what it was, for receiving hacked materials from Russia through Guccifer 2.0, the hacker, and releasing them into the public. I believe that was Hillary's emails. He was sentenced to jail and everything. And at the last second, wouldn't you know it, Donald Trump comes in and pardons the guy. So he is who they decided to get on this song called Patriot Sweep.
You know the feds did a sweep, they was knocking at the front door. Patriots pulling up, knocking on the Capitol. You know the feds did a sweep, whoa. You know the feds did a sweep, whoa. Media painting pictures, playing us like criminals.
Yeah, painting them like criminals. Those poor January 6th people who were looking for a hostage so they could force the U.S. government to keep their guy in office and turn it into a dictatorship. Poor guys, huh? Gotta feel for these people. These poor guys who were violently busting windows in, looking for an opportunity to take hostages. Yeah, totally innocent. Just nice guys, you know? They were just nice guys protesting, using their right to protest. That's it. Nothing more. Sure, they showed up with gloves so they could bust windows in, climbed in, walked around, and opened the door for other extremists while looking for hostages. Okay, you got me. They're just honest patriots, okay? Oh, and there's the QAnon shaman. Look at that. He said he was let in by the police. Huh. That's weird. It was violent. It was a violent coup, and they knew what they were doing. There were weapons stashed around the city, buried, ready to be dug up and handed out to militia members when they finally got their hands on a hostage. There was a militia waiting across the bridge to come over the moment that it was time. This was not just patriots using their First Amendment right to protest. Now, these people were scumbags. They knew what they were doing. They participated in an insurrection against the U.S. government. And Roger Stone even got sentenced for some seditious stuff. I don't remember what it was. And pardoned by the insurrectionist president. So I don't want to hear any of this nonsense from these people.
You know the feds did a sweep,
sick beat, though, right?
media painting pictures, playing us like criminals. Only MAGA music coming out of the stereo.
Dude, I honestly, I like the beat and I like the visuals. I think the visuals are really good, but they are criminals.
You know the feds did a sweep, whoa. You know the feds did a sweep, whoa. Federal always on my tail. Whoa. All the patriots, I wish you well. Whoa. You know we went to DC to spread peace. Spread peace. There were more guns on the scene in the Middle East.
Went to DC to spread peace, you say? Peaceful protesters. Interesting. Huh. So what was that we just watched? People busting in windows. Weird. Why were there more guns in the Middle East? Peculiar. Curious. These people are so completely full of... Oh, and by the way, if you really cared about the January 6th people, why didn't Donald Trump pardon them on his way out of office? I'll answer it for you. I know why. Because he's looking out for his own best interest. He knew it would look bad if he pardoned the people who he inspired to commit an insurrection. He knew that would look absolutely terrible. He didn't want to have that on his reputation. So he just walked right out and damned people to 20 years in prison, some of them. Well, they damned themselves, but he let it happen. In fact, he encouraged it. So, like, nothing about this music is attached to reality at all.
Well, you know we went to DC to spread peace. There were more guns on the scene in the Middle patriot died first.
Talking about Ashley Babbitt, probably. She wasn't a patriot. She was an extremist. She saw a gun. She was alerted to the fact that there was a gun because a guy next to her yelled, "Gun!" And she continued to climb through the window. I have the footage. I have completely unedited footage from 2 angles in my clip collection. OwenMorgan.com/clips if you're curious. I can't play it on YouTube because apparently it's heavily regulated and age-gated, maybe for good reason. She was not a patriot, okay? She was trying to get to Mike Pence to kill him, to take him hostage.
Oh yeah, oh no, we can't go out like that. Trump 2021, yeah, he running it back. I just got a call from General Flynn, he told me that's facts. Democrats gonna tell me how you feel about that. Who won? Trump won. Who won? Trump won. Watermark the baddest 45, the chosen one. You know the feds did it sweet, they was knocking at the front door. Patriots pulling up, knocking on the Capitol.
Okay, I really like that chorus. That is on point, right? God, I wish that he wasn't absolutely psychotic and I could actually appreciate this. I would probably listen to this guy if he wasn't a complete nutcase.
You know the feds did it sweet, whoa. You know the feds did it sweet, you know the feds did it sweet, they was knocking at the front door. Patriots pulling up, knocking on the Capitol. You know the feds did it sweet, whoa. You know the feds did it sweet, whoa.
Joe had her choose a sleeping parking lots, it was hell. Trump gave him rooms in his DC hotels. Before I read MAGA, they say I'm Illuminati. You can't.
Okay, Trump gave him what?
Trump gave him rooms in his DC hotel.
Gave them booms in his DC hotel. Trump gave them boom. I don't know what that means. Anyway, that's MAGA rap. I mean, that's what the right has to offer as far as rap goes. Sick beat, sick chorus, absolutely unhinged from reality lyrics from Forgiato Blow. Literally everything about Ben Shapiro's song is complete garbage. I mean, I guess the chorus in his song was okay. I mean, it's still completely unglued from reality. But Ben Shapiro needs to stick to arguing with people rather than singing, straight up.
This for fun.
This is painful. This is painfully stupid. You think that's all we got, don't you? No. Oh no, we have more. As it turns out, MAGA nutcases have been making rap songs since the dawn of time, practically. Here we have Hank Kunneman, who's about to rap for Jesus. Hank Kunneman, by the way, if you don't know, he is a far-right MAGA preacher who, you know what? Just listen. By the way, this one is from late December 2021.
Let's rap together. Are you ready?
Let's rap together.
Play me some rap music. Where's this gonna go? You don't even know how to rap, do you?
No, we realized that might be offensive because he's black. Okay, that's classic Hank Kunneman.
Do you even know how to rap? Oh yeah. I want you to know as we go that there is something that is true all about you.
Dude, I love it because it's so bad.
You see, 2022, it shall be known to be true. Yeah, hey, I'm talking to you.
Wait, 2022 will be known to be true? Okay. This is late December 2021 when this came out, so I guess he's claiming that 2022 is going to be like some special year or something?
And the devil shall be bound and brought under your feet to the ground, because the Holy One shall arise and bring you a surprise.
Okay, ad hoc rhymes aren't terrible so far, I suppose.
It's going to be a year that you don't have to fear, because the King shall remember you. Woohoo!
That was clunky and terrible, that last one. The rest of the rhymes were so-so. That one was bad. I'm sorry, man. Look, guys, stay away from rap, okay? I'm begging you. You know what? Stay away from music entirely. It's garbage. Check this one out. This is this is a short one. Robin Bullock.
Grab a jackal by the leg, shake him like a dog, throw him all across the ground. Grab a jackal by the leg, shake him like a dog, and throw him across the ground.
Maybe don't mistreat any animals. How about that? Of course, when he says jackal, he means Joe Biden. So I guess in this moment, he's imagining grabbing Joe Biden by the leg and shaking him and throwing him somewhere. Okay, great. Stay away from music, guys. I'm begging you. Then there's this classic one right here with Jeremy Levy. Honestly, good voice. This dude's got a beautiful voice. Except the psychotic stuff coming out of his mouth destroys anything good from this song. We've got genuinely famous people in this one. Liz Crokin, Jeremy Levy, of course, went pretty far in American Idol, I believe. We got General Flynn. I'm sorry, I keep messing that up. We've got Michael Flynn, no longer a general since he had his rank stripped of him. Who else was in this? Greg Stinchfield, Big Nick is in there. One of the Pussycat Dolls is in here too. I don't remember who everybody was, but lots and lots of famous people. Just listen for a second. It says, amidst a firmament consumed by the oppressive grip of government overreach and tyrannical control, a man by the name of Jimmy Levy emerged, poised to make a difference. Fueled by the Holy Spirit, he set out to bring together a group of gifted individuals. United by a common thread, they poured their souls into recording the timeless and evocative hymn of freedom. A hymn. It's a hymn about Donald Trump. Well, including Donald Trump at the very least.
Take all our money, but you can't have our soul. You can burn down our buildings, and we'll still find a home. We will all stick together, and we'll never surrender. We won't give up our freedom.
Dude, I honestly love this guy's voice. I think it is absolutely on point, but there is something evil about his beard. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's staring back into my soul. Something not right about that beard.
There were bright lights before it all went too dark, and their white lies, they divided our hearts.
What the hell does that mean? There were bright lights before it went to dark, and their white lies divided our hearts? Is that what he said? What does that even mean? I don't understand.
In the blink of an eye, we were all left with scars. Listen to man-made decisions, should've trusted God.
Okay, another beautiful voice, although I think this is auto-tuned to hell. But what are they even talking about? I don't understand. They were traumatized? Is that what he said?
We were all left with scars.
In a blink of an eye, we were left with scars. What scars? What was this blink of an eye moment? What are you even talking about? God, these people are perpetual victims.
You can take all our money, but you can't have our soul. You could burn down our buildings, and we'll still find a home.
Which person on set here had their home burned down by somebody? In fact, which person on stage knows of a specific building in their neighborhood that was burned down? Name one. That didn't happen, okay? I live in New York City, you know? The place that was burned down a couple of years ago. It's fine. It's better than ever. It's always been fine. Okay, all of that burned down nonsense was fabricated by Fox News to scare the shit out of old white people. It's garbage. It always was. New York City is fine. Oregon is fine. Washington, Seattle, wherever else they claimed, Louisiana, they're all fine. They always have been. There are no buildings burned down.
Buildings, and we'll still find a home. We will lost it.
This is the Pussycat Doll, by the way, from the band. Very, very famous.
We will all stick together, and we'll never surrender. We won't give up our freedom.
Auto-tuned to hell. That one was. That was bad.
From the shores of California, all the way down to the Keys.
That's Forgiato blood.
Only he will bring us closer when we fall to our knees.
Michael Flynn. I love that, man. He just spoke it. Like, he didn't even try to sing it. I don't know. Maybe his singing would have been worse than if he had just spoken it. That was just bad, man. That was just bad.
Closer when we fall to our knees.
Like, I can't even imitate how robotic that sounded. Oh, I love everything about it. Oh, and here's Big Nick's part.
And he'll lift us from the ground so that everyone can see that we never lost our freedom. It's in his glory.
It's in history? We've never lost our freedom. It's in history? What? No, you're correct, good sir. You have not lost your freedom. You never did. It was never on the line. I have no clue what these people are going on about right now. They live in an alternate reality. Oh, you think we're done now, don't you? No, we're still going, baby. We've got more. And we're not going to go through the whole thing, but Greg Locke, of all people, did a rap song. I just want to go through the whole set of MAGA music. Greg Locke is a far-right televangelist, evangelical megachurch pastor type of guy. In 2013, he made a rap song, October 3rd, 2013, and he released it to his YouTube channel, Rev Rhymes. That's what he calls himself, Rev Rhymes. I'm serious. Oh, God. All right, listen.
There are more people in the bondage of slavery today than at any other time in the history of the world.
I don't even know if that's true. Probably not.
40% of all of our missing children in America are caught in sex trafficking rings.
That's false.
The average individual that is trafficked is sold for $90, and 75% of them are sold by someone that they know very well.
Okay, you think that people are worth $70? Is that what he said? $70 to buy a person? Or did he say 90? I don't remember. People are not that cheap, bro. They weren't that cheap in the Civil War. They're not that cheap now. This whole sex trafficking thing, it's a fabricated problem that, sex trafficking is an issue. That's true. But QAnon, this is actually pre-QAnon. So Greg Locke's fictitious imagination of the sex trafficking industry, completely made up. All of it. QAnon claims that 400,000 people per year are sold into sex slavery, basically. No! That's false. The metric they're working off of is actually there were 400,000 missing persons reports 1 year when they were looking at this stuff. That includes people who were eventually found. That includes kids who ran away from home and were communicated with eventually. That includes kids who wandered off at the mall, found a Baskin Robbins while mommy was at Claire's looking at their necklaces and their earrings. Mommy turns around, doesn't see the baby. Well, the baby is like inside of the freezer eating the ice cream out of the gallon jug, Oh, little Timmy was in there the whole time. Okay, call it off, officers. We found him. I don't know what percentage it actually is, but it's not anywhere near what they believe it is. I mean, when I say they, I'm talking about QAnon and Greg Locke here, obviously. These people use the missing persons reports as the basis for the claim that, sex trafficking is absolutely rampant and it's all over the place. Yeah, it's a problem in the world, absolutely. But it's not a problem in the way that they believe it to be. But, I'm not even going to bother. Let's just keep listening to Rev Rhymes here bust a few lines for us. I'm not really a fan of the beat.
Rev Rhymes.
This is bad.
There's an evil in these streets, but people, they keep walking. The government is hush-hush and preachers ain't talking. Everybody's quiet as a mouse, 'cause you don't get concerned unless it happens in your house. I see it on the news all the time. So no more can I keep silent, so I'm busting out this rhyme.
Okay, he should have made it a lot faster, and he should have picked a different beat. This beat is bad, in my opinion. He's got, that little whistle in there and everything. It's just not good. There's something about it that sounds terrible and contrived, just like Ben Shapiro's song. The rhymes aren't terrible. They're not fantastic, but they're not terrible either. I suppose.
Silent, so I'm busting out this rhyme. It's time to lift the lid on a subject that ain't nice. They snatching up our kids, selling them out like they merchandise.
That was a good rhyme.
We've overlooked it like a big misplacement. Not thinking about the girls beat up naked in a basement. There's no hope for victims.
Placement, basement. Yeah, that was good. That was a good rhyme, I think.
Basement. There's no hope for victims, only danger. Forced all the time, having sex with a stranger. I know that sounds so dirty, you'd rather turn your face, but you can't sit there silent and still preach about his grace. It's gonna take an army to stand against this wrong. It's become an epidemic that's now 30 million strong.
This is just completely fabricated. What is he standing on in this picture? Is he like acting like he's standing in front of a gate or something? Like, I don't know what this is. Anyway, Rev Rhymes is terrible. Forgiato Blow is good but absolutely psychotic. Jeremy Levy, good but psychotic. Ben Shapiro, psychotic and bad. Okay, don't. Just find a new... Look, you're fine where you are. Write books, talk online, argue with people. Don't get into the rap game, Ben. For everybody's sake, I'm begging you.
On the internet, my comment section all woke Karens, and I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents.
Tell me what you think about it in the comments. I think it's complete garbage.